That is recording. That is recording. Hell yeah! Don't mind the bed. See this? See that? That's none of your concern. That's not a you problem. That's a me problem. That's a me problem. You don't need to worry about this bed. Yes, it's messy, but someone sleeps there. And so we shouldn't pay mind to the bed whatsoever. The bed should be forgotten about. The bed is not what concerns this video. This video is about something completely different and has nothing to do with the bed. Or the bear. Hey guys. Oh, I'm so tiny now. Look at me. Look at him. He isn't gonna help you. Why do these videos always start off weird? Oh my god, how did I even come in last time for a video like this? I was singing, right? I was doing a weird singy song. We are back! It has been a while. You missed me? Welcome back to another video. My hair looks like shit, so I'm wearing a hat. And I'm really cold because it's in the middle of November, and guess who doesn't have any sweaters? Or a bed. So I know this video has been meaning to come out for a while. I said that it was gonna come out towards the beginning of September, late October, I think I said. It didn't. Surprise, surprise. You know, that's just typical me. But it's finally out. It's finally here. And I just want to say real quick, thank you guys for all the love and support that the whole, last 2 cosplay videos have gotten. That is wicked awesome. That makes me really happy to see that people enjoy those videos a lot. So, like I said before, I'm more than willing to make them because people seem to like them. And I have actually read some comments. We finally got some comments, everybody. Hell yeah. I read some comments. I did see you guys' suggestions on who's to cosplay next. And maybe we'll find out by the end of the episode, you know, who's going to be the next one. Yeah. Though I will have to warn you guys, the next cosplay video I'm going to do, it's going to be a while until I actually do it. It's going to be a bit only for the sole purpose that it takes a lot of time and money in order to do these. And literally right after I finished Wilbur, I just jumped into this next one, which is why you won't see any requests for it. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to do another one. And I was just like, I'm just going to do this right here and now. And I kind of threw myself into some bullshit. So it might take me a little longer to get the next one out. Again, I know these take a while anyways, but it's going to be even longer until you probably see the next one. But I am going to work on the next one and get that out for you guys. And it's going to be a character that you guys actually suggested. So this is going to be really cool. So let's talk about the process, because unlike Wilbur, this one actually had a little less to do about the whole costume construction and more based on just makeup, which is something I suck at. So all I really needed was a blazer, and I was planning on hopefully going back to where I got the Wilbur Soot cosplay, which was the Garment District. Plan on going there again to just grab a black blazer, and if it needs to be retouched, just touch it up real quick. It's boats. It's just boats. Sorry for the weird camera angle, guys. I'm holding my dunks, and my dunks is a little more important right now. Okay, so they each and every single one of them kind of screams 80s. We might be able to do that one. Because I like how dark this one is. But I also don't like it. Because it's all groovy. Okay, this one ain't bad. This one kind of fits. There we go. See, it wasn't as weird last time because there weren't as many people. But now there's people. And now I'm scared. So I think we're going to go with this one. Because I don't want to do too many alterations. But the facial stuff. I bought a lot of facial stuff. Now, a lot of people do Ranboo a little differently, just like everyone does Wilbur differently. So first things first, I went online to look for prosthetics because this was more of a creature look, so I wanted to really dive into that and really try and change my face. Plus, it gives me the additional, it's not benefit. It's not a benefit. I guess additional process of learning on how to actually like fully blend a prosthetic. I've had prosthetics before. I've had little pointy like elf ear prosthetics because I've cosplayed Spock before. But yeah, I'm that much of a nerd. And I have fawn ears, surprisingly enough, because I don't have anything else better to waste my money on. I had it originally for another character that I went for a LARP, which you'll probably see or I've already saw that video. Who knows? All I ever did with that was put some spirit glue, not spirit glue, spirit gum. All I ever did was spirit gum, and it wasn't the best. It stayed on there, but it wasn't the best. So I really wanted to learn how to actually blend makeup, how to actually make it look pretty decent. For the weirdest, and I don't know why, for the weirdest thing, I was able to find them, but I was only able to find these cool twisty ones, which honestly I think work out a little better in the end because he is an Enderman, and I just think it's kind of like a cool twist to have twisty horns. Especially because I don't see cosplayers with that. I normally see people with just the regular, little devil horns. And I was gonna get devil horns. But surprisingly enough, the fancy twisty horns cost way less than the fucking devil horns. So obviously I went with a cheaper option, but it's also a bit better and kind of cooler. It kind of fits the character more. Went with that. Bought myself a tie because I don't own any ties and I think that's offensive. Bought myself face paint. So originally I bought these, I bought these face paints. I bought white, black, and gray just in case I couldn't be able to mix it properly or I didn't get the right gray that I wanted. Or I could contour with the gray. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I needed white and black and I was just going to add gray in there because why not? Might as well have it. It was really, really cheap. I'm not going to say the brand name that I used because I don't know if it's a real blur. It was really cheap. I'll give it to them. It was really cheap, and I probably should have known better not to buy cheap makeup. But I bought it. I waited a while. It came in, and then I made my first attempt, which was questionable.
No. No, please. I heard you working on an essay there. No. You want to know how dry my face is? No.
It also ended up really burning my skin. It didn't burn at first, but then it was really starting to burn my skin, and I really need to be able to take that stuff off.
But I don't think it would be burning this much. It feels like it's on fire.
Well, it shouldn't.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
So you should take it off. Instead of sitting here trying to get a 16-year-old's opinion on the matter.
So I threw that away, so I didn't even bother trying to cheap that out because I tried to make this as affordable as humanly possible, as well as look great. But what I ended up doing, my sister sent me a TikTok of a really cool Ranboo cosplayer. I'm gonna see if I can try and find them. And they listed all the stuff they used, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy everything they use. So the makeup part was kind of expensive. I think it came out to like $80, but then again, I also got like 2 additional grays just in case, because I'm crazy with gray apparently.
Knife.
I'm an adult. People trust me to use this with care. I'm allowed in society. We got powder, for powder. We got whatever the fuck this is. We got whatever the fuck skin prep, because apparently my skin needs prepping. And then we got our colors. We got white, gray. No, that's white. That's gray, that's dark gray, and then black. But it's way better than our first makeup attempt, since our first makeup attempt was questionable at best. Put the stuff on we put our fucking antlers, they're not antlers. We put the horns on, kind of learned how to do it. So what people told me was basically that you take the prosthetic, you clean it, then you put spirit gum on it, You stick it to your forehead once it's tacky. You gotta wait till it's tacky. Then you stick it to your forehead. You wait a little bit. You kind of just wait for it to kind of just like dry up and just be like, okay, I guess this is a thing now. And then once it becomes a thing, you then take liquid latex. I got mine from Spirit Halloween. You can do the same. You don't need fancy latex. You just need liquid latex. A beauty blender, which RIP that beauty blender because I tried really hard to save it and I couldn't, and that was the last time I ever used that beauty blender. But I took a beauty blender and I just like slabbed it on. I fucking covered it. The way I had it positioned also, I forgot I should have cut the edges a little more. That way it fit my face a little better because I didn't realize. And I was like, nah, I'm good. But something that I looked into, you're supposed to use cotton balls. So I took a couple cotton balls, I pulled them apart, and I slowly just tapped it. I just tapped it onto my face. And it kind of worked, it kind of didn't, but it kind of worked, but it also kind of didn't, but it kind of did. So we're just gonna leave it at that and say that it kind of worked. Once I got that all dry, which took about probably a half an hour, I would say, for it to fully all dry, because I did a few layers of it. Then went to fully paint myself. Now, it's just a stick and I didn't know what to do, so I just fucking put the stick to my face. My main focus was just make sure that it fully covered and that it wasn't gonna kill my skin. I didn't know how to paint the horns. I realize now it's a lot easier to paint them before the fact and with a paintbrush and actually get in there. But I didn't know because I was just like, this is makeup. Let's just slap it on my face. You're not supposed to just slap things on your face. So what you're supposed to do, and what helped me was take a little paintbrush and just like rub it and then paint your prosthetic. And probably paint it before you put it on because it's a lot easier. You can get around everywhere. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about the creases too much on that side. Okay, cool. So after that, then we got to the wig. The wig came in. I haven't even styled this wig yet. This is how the wig came. And honestly, I kind of like how it is. I might trim this up just a little bit. But honestly, I like the whole poofy, like, look. I don't like this kind of, like, wiggish part in the front. But I like the poofy look. And it didn't really take much. I just kind of went like this. And it stayed. It isn't the most highest of quality wigs because when you look from afar, it's like, yeah, that's a really good wig, and then you get really close and you see just how little hair there is. We haven't styled it, but I don't think it's gonna take much. I'm not gonna style it too much because it's gonna be marked up a lot higher and we're gonna have to do some weird anime thing. Have you ever done that anime thing with your wig where you're just like, I need bangs, but I also have this, and this thing to do. So you do like one little tuft and you make sure it's nice and pointy. Some other things I did to personalize Ranboo, I guess, a little bit, was I also got platforms. I wanted really tall fucking platforms so I come off as a gigantuant fucking machine. However, the tallest I could get was probably 2 inches at the budget I was going at, and to make them still look kind of like normal shoes. They don't look like normal shoes. But it's still taller than what I am. Because I don't imagine Ranboo to be 5'5" or 5'6". Am I 5'5" or 5'6"? I'm a height. And another thing we did, and I asked my sister, because she's awesome, and I love her, and she's great, and amazing, and please continue doing amazing, great things for me, because I love you way too much. We got these cool little finger things! I asked my sister because I see online those, like, really long finger, like, contraster thingies that cost, like, almost $200. And why pay $200 when you have a sister? So I went over to her and I was like, hey, I want to do these cool finger extensions. And she looked at me and went, and so we did it. Fun little fact, when my sister has a program, right? And on this program, she says, oh, this is something that someone's made before. And if you want to make something of your own, good fucking luck. That's what I understood it as. Basically, there was no thing out there for finger extensions. And so my sister, the boss that they are, went and handmade finger extension. So what they did was, if anyone owns a 3D printer or is super into engineering or any of that stuff, was we took a finger brace, we added a circle, and then a triangle to kind of give it a nail. And then I'm going to file these down a little bit. But these actually came out pretty fucking cool. And then here's my hand. Here's it extended. So this is what it'll look. So this is what it looks like. Like, there we go. It doesn't extend by a lot, but it extends just enough to be like, oh, that's different, you know? And I wanted this to look as flawless, and instead of putting liquid latex and just painting this, why waste that time and money and energy when you could just put some fabric? So we just grabbed some fabric and made some gloves, and that also saved me from painting my hands, which I didn't want to do. Thank God. This are the gloves, because we need gloves. Small issue I found out now after purchasing said gloves. They're sparkly, but only on one side. Do you need an extra hand? No. I'm just muscling through it, man. I'm good. I want to kill myself. Last we left off is with this abomination. And I put my hand down, measured it to what it needed to be twice, and then I cut it and sewed it, and it didn't fit. So now I have to do this again. The height's correct, but it wasn't fat enough. So I gave myself some beefy fucking fingers in hopes to get a decent gloves. And I have to film the promo in 2 days.
I think it's gonna be fine. I think the only issue that you're gonna have is that, like, middle finger right there, because it's very skinny in that one little area, and then it gets fat again.
It is now 9:51 p.m. That's normally what doctors do when someone dies. They call the time, and I'm calling the time on these gloves. I will never be making gloves ever again. I refuse to make gloves again. I never want to see a pair of gloves in my life again. So, the next shot, or in the promo, or whatever you see me in, I am either going to be wearing gloves that I bought, that hopefully will fit, because I don't know if they're going to fit, because these extendo my fingers, or I'm just going to liquid latex the shit out of this and paint over it. Either way should be a treat. So with each cosplay now, I'm starting to see a little habit. I've done cosplays in the past, and a lot of the times I ended up buying my cosplays, or even if I didn't and I made my cosplays, they generally turned out well, and I didn't really have too many issues. When filming it, however, and trying to get it done within a completed time span, you notice those problems a lot more than what you would over, like, taking your time doing it. Not that the problem isn't ever not there, it's just that you notice it a little more. With Wilbur, it was very much just the machine just kept getting clogged up, and there was a lot of sewing involved, where with Ranboo, there was a lot of makeup involved. There was a lot of trial and error, me doing it over and over and over and over again, trying to do special effects for the first time, trying to do this stuff to try to make me look more creature-esque, and making gloves for the first time. The gloves, those were fun to make. Unlike Wilbur, it was very much, it's had its own differences. It wasn't so much the sewing that bothered me, even though there was a few points with the fucking gloves. It was more so just the makeup. The makeup got me a lot. I hope you guys enjoy it now. I guess it's time for photo shoot time now. You thought I forgot? You thought? No. See, that was a mistake that is staying forever in this series, if the series is gonna continue, is it's time, yeah,